doing this with
it is very much a test stream. Welcome everybody to the first live streamed community call of Nym. So first of all, this is a test. So that's, I can hear myself. There's a little echo. 1 second, please.
But it's not, I'm muted, so it's not with me, man, no?
Oh yeah, the Twitch window is open. Yeah, so these are the things that we're testing for, folks. So thanks for bearing with us. Yeah, so welcome to the community call. Everything is broken now. Everything is different than it used to be. So please bear with us. For example, my usual intro of the recording bots recording this is not valid anymore because, of course, now YouTube and Twitch are recording this. So no need to actually record and then edit the video and then upload it to YouTube. From this point forward, it's just going to be showing up in our channel. And hopefully Matt is here with us, Palmflake, and is very happy about this live stream because he's been pestering me about live streaming the Nym community calls forever. So now it is actually happening. And today I have here with me Huxian, who you probably already know if you spent any time in the community.
Did I lose your voice or did your voice disappear? Hey guys, nice to be here. Okay,
I think you lost my voice.
Ah, okay. I hear you again. Okay, interesting. Great to be
here. Going
smoothly
so far. Great.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so should we get into today's agenda?
Yeah, sure. So one of the tests that we're going to have to conduct especially for Shipyard, which is going to have quite a few live streams, is sharing our screens. So I thought this is very rudimentary, guys. Never done this before, but I created a quick presentation for a news roundup. So we're going to do that.
I'm really losing your voice from time to time. So interesting.
Something to keep in mind.
Yeah. No, I'm not sure why is that. Okay. Cool.
All right. So let me know when you guys can see my screen. Yeah, perfect. All right. So as usual, we're going to be going through the quick news roundup of things that happened over the past 2 weeks or so, starting with the 2024 roadmap is out. So recently, a blog post with a roadmap update was published. I'm not going to spend too much time on this, first of all, because you can go and read the blog post. Also, there was a beautiful video with Harry, Nym CEO Harry Halpin, posted as well. And to a large extent, the first masterclass of Shipyard, kicking off next week, is going to be giving a whole lot of context to this roadmap. So I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but here's our 2024 roadmap. One thing that I would like to highlight, besides, of course, the things that you've already heard about quite a few times, which is Nym going for mass adoption with Nym VPN, also ZK Nyms showing up on the Nix mainnet, and many others. One of the important things I think that came out recently, not everyone may be aware, is that validators will be reported. Nix validators will be reported from the Nix mining pool. For more details, please check out the blog post that hopefully is going to be linked in the chat. But this is an important step forward, and this is because we, as you guys know, we've been wanting to release the Nix token, launch the Nix token for quite some time. But to be completely honest with you guys, right now, I don't know if anybody noticed, but it's kind of a bear market, so it's not the best time to drop a token this time. So we wanted to make sure that our validators, who have been doing pretty important work for the project and also Nix the blockchain, are rewarded as soon as possible. So for further details, please give a read to the chat. Anything to add here, Hux? Did I miss anything important?
No, not really. But I want to just tell you that your voice somehow with your microphone is kind of zooming in and out. So it sounds as if you're swinging the microphone on a swing. I know it's not the case, but I'm trying to, so just trying to let you know that it's kind of sounding a bit like as if you're going really far and then coming back. Not sure.
I am actually not doing that, not doing any of that. Wait, I will try to fix so here's my microphone. I'm going to try to fix my face very close to it. Hopefully this will work out. All right, anything to add here, Hux?
No, not really. Maybe one thing, I'm not sure if you mentioned this, but our first masterclass from Harry Halpin is going to be including probably more details on this, so we don't really want to spoil his presentation. That's why we also want to keep this quite short to talk about the roping, right?
Okay, so my audio is that bad then, because I did mention that.
Okay.
Anyways, all right. Well, we learn as we go, folks.
Anyways,
all right, so...
Yes.
Moving on to mixed fetch. Probably, if you've been around for quite some time, you've heard about mixed fetch before, but it's quite an exciting development, and we finally released a detailed blog post explaining what mixed fetch is and how it works. So a very quick summary from a very much non-technical person, which is myself. Basically, there's this tool which you can use to fetch things when you're which websites can use to fetch things all around the internet, from all around the internet. And this is called the Fetch API. Now, of course, when it comes to, or just like with any other non-protected internet traffic, while it's very easy to use, the Fetch API is, it leaks metadata, so it can be traceable. And with mixed fetch, the functionality is basically the same. You can still fetch things from all around the internet, but your traffic is protected through the mixnet. So that's the big important step forward when it comes to mixed fetch. It's a very exciting development. Make sure to check out the blog post for further details.
So can you just, for the sake of the test call, still maybe try a different mic, and I can keep people entertained, because it's really not ideal. Sorry, but
okay, I don't know.
Yeah,
I did. Yeah. You saw in the video that I tried to keep my.
Yeah, you got off even your little swing. I know. Yeah, but.
Yes, I got rid of my little swing. All right, this is a different mic now. Is it better?
Yes, it's consistently. It's consistent at least. It doesn't sound as good as your professional mic, but at least I think I can hear you a lot better. So yes, let's stick with this one. It would be wonderful. Yes.
All right. I'm not sure what's wrong with my other mic. It's kind of heartbreaking that I can't use it. But anyways, let's go with the working one. Okay, so yeah, the Nym meme contest has concluded, and we've seen some really fun, amazing submissions. So thanks everybody. Thanks to everybody who participated. A link to the announcement message will be shared in the chat, where the winners will be where the winners were announced. I just brought one of my, so Willy Wonka won the meme contest, and this is my personal favorite meme from it. Is it a good choice, Hux? Do you think we had anything better than this?
Yeah, loving it. No, I mean, I made some better memes myself which didn't win, but I'm not gonna be complaining here publicly on the stream. I'm just kidding. But I just want to highlight the fact that the Nym meme contest is a ongoing contest, forever and ever. So don't stop creating good memes just because there's no actual contest running. I mean, just randomly doing these threads is just so much fun, and the better ways we find to visually express how Nym is achieving its vision and what change is going to bring to our everyday lives, the closer we all get to meeting that reality. So keep the memes coming. I might even do an almanac of memes if there's good enough, 30, 50 high quality memes. But this one for sure is definitely going.
It's a pretty good one.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah.
Memes are a great way of communicating in a viral way, complex ideas in simple ways to reach many people with them. So yeah, all of your memes are always, not only when there's a meme contest going, are always welcome. All right, now a bit about Nym Shipyard, and we're of course going to be diving into a Nym Shipyard related discussion with Hux. But before that, I would like to just point out the most important things that are happening when it comes to Shipyard in the immediate future. One of them is that if you haven't registered yet, it's very important that you do so, because the deadline is midnight UTC today. So make sure to register if you can. Hopefully, a link to the submission form will be shared in the chat. The other important thing for you to do is check out Nym on Galaxy, and not only now, but also keep an eye on our Galaxy, because throughout Shipyard, we're going to be releasing all kinds of Galaxy campaigns, basically in support of Shipyard. So make sure to check them out, because there are some fun rewards and some fun activities there. Now, one of the other important things, which is partly why we're testing our live stream setup now with this call, is because is because next Monday at 2 p.m. UTC, our grand opening ceremony will happen with Jaya, myself, and Hux. And we're going to be live streaming that as well. So keep an eye on our YouTube. We're going to be sharing a link to the live stream once it's scheduled. So make sure to hit set a reminder so that you are notified when it happens. And of course, there was a lot of interest shown by our community towards the secret word and what it may be and how that campaign works on Galaxy. So you will find out the secret word for the opening ceremony on Monday as well. So make sure to tune in and tune in live. Thank you. Okay, so that was our screen sharing test and also the microphone test, which I kind of failed. And now,
better now than later, you know, that's the whole purpose of this. So I think it's a good experience to know how things work. For example, in my case, it didn't know that I even when I installed Chrome, it said I don't have Chrome. It was a bit loopy, matrixy feeling that.
Look, I'm not going to lie. It feels very strange to do this in front of a camera. Normally, I get to do anything during community calls. So, for example, when Hux is talking to me and I'm not interested, which happens a lot, I can just tune out and read something else. But now I have to look interested. So it's a very different situation. Anyways, Hux, my good friend, welcome to this call. Maybe let's start with why you're not sharing your lovely face. Why am I the only one here on this call sitting with my face?
Yeah, pleasure to be here. Actually, I'm wondering if it's a tricky question because, you know, so you build up these personas, these pseudonym-driven personas online, and aiming to preserve your privacy, you know, and then little by little, the more you expose yourself, the bigger audiences, the more you dox yourself, and yeah, I'm a bit torn whether I should go with my face on the streams. I will, because I'm not really afraid of showing my face. You know, many people have talked to me on live chats or calls, so many people already know me, know my full name. It's just somewhat maybe keeping a bit of mystery around my persona. Maybe I'm gonna reveal it on the opening ceremony. It's a good enough occasion, no, to reveal my my face. Also,
definitely, I would say
I haven't been to the hairdresser, and you know, contrary to your always elegant hairstyle, mine is a bit different. So I'm like a bit camera shy with my hair at this moment. But yeah, apart from that, yeah, probably I'm gonna be showing my face. It's a lot nicer because then you can see the interaction. You know, I mean, I'm seeing your face, how you react to what I'm saying. You don't see my face, so I kind of feel that if we're gonna host a good opening ceremony and good masterclasses, then the way to go is to actually show our faces. You know, I'm not really afraid yet of deep fake images or deep fake videos being made with my face, telling you to invest into some other coin. So hopefully that we're not there just quite yet. But yeah, thanks. Yeah, do we put pineapples on pizzas or we don't? Not sure.
Wait, is that the deepfake that you're worried about? Maybe someone puts out some content where they you're telling pineapple on pizzas.
Yeah, man, you don't want to know. I had this huge argument with my partner. She wanted to order pizza with pineapples, and I was really against it. And then I ended up, you know, giving in, ordering pizza with pineapples, and it was horrible. So I'm back.
Yes,
I'm back with the
point exactly, man. That's the whole point. All right, really good explanation. I accept it. I do hope to see your face tomorrow on the opening ceremony, though. But let's keep that mysterious aura around you, or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
And avoid those deep fakes. Now, folks, I can't see any questions yet in the chat, which is not a problem. Primarily, this is of course a live stream like a live test for us to make sure that everything's working correctly. But if you want to learn something specific about Shipyard that you want to know in advance, or if you have any questions, then make sure to leave them in the chat. But for now, let's actually talk a little bit about Shipyard between ourselves before answering the questions. And what brings you to this call, Hux? Maybe
I wanted to ask the first question.
Let's start with that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so no. Go. No, okay. You start. You're asking the first question. Go.
No, but it's actually a better first question, so I'm going to answer the question. So it's a huge honor and privilege for me to be here just on this test call, but also on the upcoming opening ceremony. I'm going to be also giving some masterclasses, because just almost a year ago, I was just one of the late joiners to the first edition of Shipyard. and I couldn't have imagined me 1 year from that point to be here and do this test call or do this whole project together with you and the Nym team. It feels fantastic, and I'm kind of, yeah. So I'm humbled to be here, to be honest. And that brings me to this call that we've been working a lot together, not just with you, but with a whole bunch of other people from the Nym team and from the community to ensure that this year's Shipyard is a fantastic experience for all of you guys who are going to be attending it. So there's a lot of effort going into it, and that would have been my first question to you, but it's a good second question following up on your question. That so since how long have you and then the Shipyard team working on Shipyard Season 2? Or how we call it, the Nym Shipyard now. I think you're muted. I thought it's my earphones, but
no,
you're not.
it's
yeah?
me.
Yeah. Okay.
It's me. I muted myself just to add to the microphone issues. Yeah, so it's very hard to answer. I can't ever remember, to be honest. I think we started working on Shipyard about midsummer, and then no, early summer, and then during midsummer, I think in July, we set up the first calls so the first planning calls. So that's when the serious work involving a great part of the Nym team started, and also yourself.
Yeah. So, but before that, there was quite a number of already ideation meetings and trying to figure out how to even multiply the effect and how to make it even, not just more educative, but focusing more on community building and focusing more on developing the entire Nym ecosystem as well with these occasions. And I do think that honestly, like I'm quite curious about everything around new technologies, decentralized technologies, blockchain. But I do think that the paradigm of privacy versus all of our data being almost already public to big enough players in the international power structures. But privacy is one of the most important things. Digital privacy is the most important thing that we can actually dig into and learn more about, because this is where the world is already divided, and it's going to be really, really crucial that we all not only know about how currently the internet works and how our personal data is not so private, but also what can we do to ensure that our fundamental digital rights are respected, to make sure that whatever I don't want to disclose with everybody on the internet, I get to choose what I do disclose and don't disclose. So it's kind of, I think that this topic and educating anyone who's using a computer about this topic, it's a super important mission, and that's why I'm really excited. Ever since we talked before the first Shipyard last year, sometime this time, that this is very, very valuable knowledge that we have to share and have to talk a lot about. That we all know how to use the internet, we all know how to use chat programs and how to go on social platforms and how to buy stuff online, but what we don't know is what actually happens under it, and at how many points do we leave our data trail and our sensitive personal data out in the open for anyone to take advantage of. And I'm super excited about to see that what it's not just what the masterclass is going to be about. It's not just the direct content, what's inside Nym Shipyard, but it's also, I'm very much looking forward for participants and community members bringing their own piece of knowledge, expertise to the table, and sort of starting discussions around how can we even further sort of enhance our privacy and what other personal practices there are to make sure that someone stays as private as they want to stay. So I'm hoping for this to be a very much a community learning experience, the entire Shipyard. So not just people listening to other people talking, but also people engaging, not just within the audience, but throughout the entire Nym community, figuring out how to make a better future together. Oh, it was a long rant, sorry.
Exactly, but before before moving on to squads, which I think tie into this discussion very nicely, I wanna just go back a little bit and share with everybody on the call why we ended up launching Shipyard Academy. That's what it used to be called. So last year, the end of last year, we launched Shipyard Academy, and the whole idea behind that was that privacy is a pretty complex issue. So the problem itself is very complex and it's not tangible. It's very hard to put your fingers on it, and it's very hard to tell people that, hey, there is this issue. You are being surveilled all day, every day, because most people, especially here, we're kind of privileged in the West, do not ever feel like that. Some people do, but that's not the general experience, right? So both the problem is pretty complex, and Nym as a solution is pretty complex. So then, how do you break it down in a very simple, comprehensive way, so that people are empowered to join this movement and bring privacy to everyone everywhere, because everything starts with simplicity. So if you give very long guides for people on how to stay private, and they don't even understand the issue at hand and why they should be private and how they are not private at this point in time, then nobody will want to join your movement. There will be no movement. So it's a very important part of Shipyard, a very important goal of Shipyard, to build the Nym movement. Now moving on to those quads, which I think tie into very nicely your long rant.
Can we answer some direct questions in the chat? What I see, maybe, or should
Of
we
course,
just?
yeah. Let's go. It's in Miami after all.
Yeah, there's one question. What I can see is that when is Nym Shipyard ending? Because we mentioned that it starts next Monday, but we haven't mentioned when is it. Yeah, oh, nice. That's a nice feature. Okay, so when is it ending? So it's a 6 weeks long learning journey. So it's gonna end mid-November. I'm gonna look up the exact date for you guys, but it's worth to mention that there's going to be 3 levels throughout Shipyard. And sort of how we internally been talking about these 3 levels is that level 1 is the bachelor 2 weeks, level 2 is, let's call it the master's 2 weeks, and then level 3 is somewhat is a more specialized, more diverse 3 tracks that people can choose from. So how I would look at it, or what I would say to this, is basically it's if you want to make the most of it and want to learn the basics and want to sort of know how online privacy works currently and what Nym is building and what can we do to counter sort of the surveillance capitalist practices, then it's a 4 weeks learning journey for you. For those who really have time on their hand and who can really contribute by developing applications, or who want to run professionally infrastructure, or who want to be the next generation of privacy advocates, for those we have an extra 2 weeks specialized track. So yeah, the answer is it's a 4 weeks long thing, and with an extra 2 weeks long specialized tracks in builder, visionary, and operator tracks. I hope that
exactly
answers the question.
That's the literal answer, but there's also the not so literal answer. Shipyard never ends. So the goal, at least how we at Nym look at Shipyard, it's not a thing of itself, which starts, next Monday and then ends mid November, but it's just the beginning of something. It's the beginning of bringing you guys onto our mission and our vision, and then work with you guys to achieve that mission. So basically, Shipyard, in that sense, never ends. You can take that as a threat. I'm just joking. Anyways, and the other reason why Shipyard never ends is because after we're done with Shipyard, this campaign that we're doing, we're going to be packaging everything up into an easy to consume format. And this knowledge, all the masterclasses, all the lectures, all the things to read will live in one easy to navigate place, and it will serve the onboarding of any new community member in the future who wants to do something about our project. The materials that are created through Shipyard will live on. Shipyard 2.0. Well, hey Francis, good to see you in San Francisco. There's an argument to be made that this is Shipyard 2.0, but we can also look at Shipyard Academy as, let's say, 0.1. It was a beta, and this is where we go big with Shipyard 1.0.
And there's a very valid question from a number of Portuguese-speaking community members, what I can see on the chat, that they're asking if we're going to have subtitles for these live sessions, and if only those who are speaking English will be able to attend. And this is something that we're working a lot on in the background. So we're super happy to address this question because we're well aware that not everyone speaks English, and nor we want to be a monocultural thing. So we really believe in the power of diversity throughout the community. That's why we are making a lot of effort to enable non-English speakers to listen to the classes. I'm not sure if we solved that. I'm not sure if we solved the fact that we're gonna have live subtitles auto-translated. I think how we currently Sudo, you took a big breath.
Yeah, I wanted to reply, but
Yeah.
you just go on and on, and so
No,
I'm
go.
just here for the ride. Go ahead. Okay,
Yeah,
so yes, translations are very important, but also it would be important to note here that it's also a very tricky thing to solve, especially as quickly as it's required by something like Shipyard. So all of the written materials will definitely be in all of the languages that we support. So if you filled out the registration form, you saw that long list of languages that you can take Shipyard in. All quizzes or exams, I should say, all written materials are going to be translated to all of those languages. Now, when it comes to the live sessions, I don't think we can solve live subtitles under the live sessions in many different languages. That's just not a problem that we have a strong enough AI for at this point in time. But we will do our best to, after the fact, add the translated subtitles as quickly as possible. So obviously, a 1 hour live session is quite a few words. It takes quite a while to translate. So we can't promise you that it's going to be up the next day or within an hour or two. But hopefully, at least within a day or two, we can post all of the translations in all of the languages that we support. And we're going to be also notifying you on the Discord channel, which is dedicated for shipyard related announcements. We're going to be notifying you when the different translations become available. This is the best we can do. Otherwise, we could use auto translations. We could just chunk the text into some kind of a translator like Google Translate or some other solutions, but that's really not great. So one of the feedbacks that we got last year from especially Russian-speaking participants, but also from people from other regions as well, was that translations were not always great, and especially when something technical is being translated, it's very hard to do it well enough so that everything is consistent. All of the terms are always translated the same way. For example, there's gateway. There are Nym gateways, which is a very specific technical term, right? If it's not always translated the same way, then it will be very confusing to people. So there's a lot of things to consider when it comes to translations, but we are doing our best for Shipyard to be a global program. And if you have any feedback regarding this throughout Shipyard, then please make sure to let your voice heard, because we want to make sure that we're inclusive here, and we're putting quite a bit of effort into that as well.
So to summarize what you've just said, we're gonna be making sort of sure that professional subtitles are already on the uploaded YouTube videos by the time they get uploaded, or maybe a day later when they get uploaded, right?
No, so the thing is that most of our lectures are going to be live streamed, right? So if we live stream them, then we could turn on some kind of an auto translate solution, which is not great, and it would not really translate well enough for people to follow along. Or we can, after the fact, take the transcript of the recording and translate it with our community managers, ambassadors, and everybody who's available as fast as possible. So this is the route that we're going to take. So subtitles will be uploaded after the fact, and people are going to be notified once that happens.
I thought I said the same thing, but apparently maybe not. Yes.
No.
Okay. I wanted to say the same thing. Cool. No worries. Okay. There's another question though in the chat. What I can see. Someone asked that. What's in it for Web3 novices joining Shipyard? And I'm super happy to answer at least. So if you're new to the Web3 space, this Shipyard's also gonna help you to. There's gonna be a workshop led by me when we're gonna be going through the whole token journey. So you're going to be learning how to use a Web3 wallet, how to use basic tools like Chain Explorer or the Nym Explorer. So basically, you're going to get hands-on, very detailed, step-by-step advice and workshop setting on how to use Web3 tools, what Nym uses. And I think it's a super good way to also to get into Web3 and start understanding what Web3 is all about and how it works. Because through this example, you're going to be sort of gaining a much broader understanding of why decentralized technologies are so valuable, because that's also part of the magic under the Nym Mixnet. Without that, it would be impossible to do a decentralized mixnet without blockchain technologies.
Yes, that's a really good point. And the other thing I think that's good to mention for Web3 newbies, if you are a newbie to Web3, then welcome. Um, One of the things that is probably the most pressing issues when it comes to Web3 in various different ways is the total lack of privacy in most cases, right? So all blockchains are totally transparent, most of them anyway. So for example, on Bitcoin, all of your transaction history is there for anybody to see, right? And one of the key things that is happening these days in the blockchain crypto Web3 space in general is actually meaningful privacy solutions. So zero knowledge technologies are the big buzzword for a reason. I think if you're just starting your Web3 journey and you want to really get ahead of the crowd, then just learn about privacy, because it is going to be a very important, not only for the world in general, of course, but also the crypto space specifically, is going to be a very important topic going forward. And the technologies driving meaningful privacy are also going to be very important for you to understand, to navigate the Web3 space effectively. So yeah, that's for me at least, that's the main reason for a Web3 newbie to join Shipyard. And of course, it will be a lot of fun too. So if I do say so myself.
Guys, send us some nice questions. Otherwise, we're just going to be chatting around our own ideas and going into long rants. I'm sure that
No, or maybe Hux will sing. That's really bad, guys. Don't make it happen, please.
There's one more question from San Francis. If the secret code for the Galaxy campaign going to be shared on Monday during the opening ceremony, and I can answer this question that yes, the secret message will be shared on the opening ceremony, and this is a way to make sure that we only reward those who actually attend the lectures. So for those who are paying close enough attention, and we're gonna making sure that the secret, it's not just gonna be like secretly whispered during the lecture. It's gonna be identifiably the secret message or the secret word, the secret code that Galaxy Quest participants are looking for. Yes.
Exactly, and expect the same mechanic for other live streams as well that we're going to be doing, or other lectures, and the core curriculum of Shipyard. So the live events will have a secret phrase, which you can find out during the live event itself.
Oh yes, so I think I have a question for you, but but just to talk about a little bit, because what we really hope to achieve with the Shipyard, to foster and to facilitate the formation of squads, or future to be DAOs, or so to come alive. And I think this is somewhat a topic that we will talk about a lot during the masterclasses, community call sessions, AMAs, and but this is something that we can also mention, that our not so secret hope for Shipyard is to facilitate the forming of squads inside the Nym community. Now, what are squads, and what do they do, and how do they look like? And but there's no one fits all answer to that. So there's no simple one sentence answer for that. But I do think that we can come up together now, Sudo, with some of the main characteristics of how we imagine squads, or what squads we would like to see come together and come alive during Shipyard.
Mm-hmm. That's a tough question, right? And also, you know much more about this than I do because you're one of the you're part of one of the earliest squads. More on that in the opening ceremony, folks. I don't want to ruin the fun there, but basically squads. So if you look at a Telegram group, right? If you look at the Nym Telegram group right now, it's a bunch of people in that group, right? And then sharing some messages sometimes. In and of itself, that is not a community, right? A community is people who know each other, who trust each other, and work together. That's something approximating a community, right? So that's why these little sub communities within the Nym community have been so important. Who have been here with us from the get go in many cases, since Shipyard Academy last year in other cases, but basically all of the um, um, not all of the, but most of the key community contributions came from these groups. So I don't want to put it into a very strict box. What kind of contributions we're expecting. That is not what defines a squad. A squad is defined by individuals working together for a cause. Also has to do with Nym. This is um, this is how I would define a squad, right? And examples for that, we already have quite a few. So Pineapple Proxy, now Pineapple Hive, came out of Shipyard Academy last year. Much earlier than that, No Stress Verify, our close friends and key contributors. That's also considered to be a squad. There's also a group called Noters. They are operating. Hopefully, someone from Noters is watching, by the way. Noters who are operating a whole bunch of mixed nodes and are working together with our ambassadors as well. So there are all kinds of possibilities for a squad to contribute, and we as part of Shipyard, we want to make sure that that we facilitate the creation of new squads, or maybe bring in existing squads into the Nym vision and ecosystem. That's also something that would be nice. Does that answer your question? This was my long rant to take revenge for yours.
Fair enough. Yeah, so squads can come in many shapes and forms, you say, but I think that there's some distinct characteristics. Like, at least I think squads at least should have sort of a shared vision or a shared set of values or manifesto or something that like unites them as an idea. And also squads should have more than, I don't know, 3 members. Probably that's already counts as a squad. And the more diverse it is, and the more sort of interesting combinations it can come up with between, from operating new infrastructures to creating campaigns, writing articles, sort of developing even applications. There's a whole bunch of range of things that squads could be doing with their own distinct flavor and fitting their own vision. And meanwhile, we got some more questions in the chat. So what are the main objectives of Nym Shipyard? Ofobuike Oketa is asking. Do you want to take that, Sudo?
No. I'll let you answer that. Actually,
Yes. Okay.
What are the main objectives of Shipyard?
Yeah, I think is to educate, train, and nurture the next generation of privacy activists, privacy infrastructure operators, and sort of all those people, finding those people who can form a strong community where together we can actually make our vision of a private internet a reality. That's
Exactly.
for me that's the objective of Nym Shipyard.
Beautiful, great question, great answer. I have nothing to add there. I can actually, I think I can just go now, and maybe Hux will.
Did I pass?
Yeah,
Okay.
you passed.
Okay,
Good stuff, right?
Good. And then there's another question from Umo Emmanuel. If I don't see the end of the name, but I'm guessing it's Emmanuel. What platforms will be used for the live sessions during the lectures on Nym Shipyard? And so we're going to be streaming both on YouTube and Twitch. The video lectures will be uploaded with the translated subtitles onto YouTube as videos to watch as part of the curriculum. And the only other platform that's a must for people who want to take the actual tests is Discord, because our tests at the end of each level will happen on Discord. So basically, these are the 3 or two platforms to watch the streams, one platform, YouTube, to watch the videos after the stream happened, and then Discord to take the quiz. Now, if anyone wants to still join the Galaxy campaigns with different quests and sort of side quests, that's another platform that people can onboard and can use to earn Nym tokens further to the live tests.
Exactly. And we should probably also mention that if you don't want to take exams, which are, they are going to happen all at the same time, so you will have to clear your schedule. They are going to happen on the weekend, and you're going to have to take an exam, to show how much you learned over the level. That's not for everybody, right? So if you just want to have some fun and participate in some raffles and stuff like that, just take the GOGS track. That's also totally fine. So you can take exams and be a bit more serious, and you can also just go on GOGSy, or you can do both. Either are fine. You can follow along in any way. We wanted to make sure that Shipyard is really for everybody. No matter how much time you have, no matter how much interest you have, or how deeply you want to get involved, you will have something to do and learn from Shipyard.
Yeah, and just a disclaimer that we're also going to be talking in details about the different platforms and different functions for these platforms on the Monday opening ceremony. So part of our shared sessions with Sudo on Monday is going to be all about the Nym community and helping people to find their way in the community, helping to find the right platforms for you, helping to navigate. If you're new here or if you're new to the Web3 space, this can be a lot of different platforms, a lot of different things happening. So we do our best on Monday in the opening ceremony, after the opening presentation, doing our presentation, to support you guys to find your way around the Nym community and to make the most of your time and the most of your attention here.
Exactly. But to cut through the noise already for everybody, guys, because Shipyard is kind of complex, right? There's so much to do. There are the GOGSy campaigns, there are the lectures, and then there are the exams and all of that, and the schedule and following everything. If you just want to keep it simple, then there's basically three things that you need to do. Keep an eye on the Shipyard announcements channel on Discord. You're going to get real-time information about everything that's going on. All of the stages as they are happening. You're going to get reminders about different events that are going to take place. You're going to see the leaderboard once it comes out. All of the stuff will be listed nice, in a nice and ongoing fashion on our announcements channel. That's one thing. Of course, do your homeworks and attend the lectures just like you would in a real school, and then take the exam. This is the simplest possible way of participating in Shipyard, just to cut through the noise.
And I hope that answers Marcos Lustosa's question too. The last question, what I see, where he offers an idea that it would be a good idea to have a page with the course schedule on the website. And this is what Sudo mentioned in the beginning of this call, that we're there's going to be a refresh to the Shipyard website, where it's going to have the full schedule with the reading materials, with the video materials, what people can watch. So basically, if you only have keep an eye on the Discord announcement channel and you check the Shipyard website from time to time, you should be good. And that's basically the minimum amount of information that you need to sort of digest or keep an eye on at the same time. And
exactly.
Yes, I've seen some other questions. There's a very good question, or a very interesting question from Bikram Biswas, if I hope I pronounce your name well. How can you attract talent in Shipyard by Zilli and Galaxy and entirely for newcomers? It's created for shilling, while majority educated community don't like robust shilling. So if I have to, so basically it's a tricky question. So how do we find the best talent to enable them to become the next generation of privacy enablers, champions, and developers, right? So if we create a super private academy for hackers only, who already know how to code, already know how to use Web3 tools, and like super deep down in the rabbit hole already, then we potentially exclude a lot of different people from different cultures with different backgrounds, and we need a truly diverse community to sort of be resilient enough for the future that we all want to tackle. So that's why when we designed Shipyard, we wanted to have an as broad approach to attracting as many people in the beginning as it's possible throughout social media reaches and social media communication, and then we also built up the whole academy in a way that level 1 is really going to be sort of a high level, easy to understand, overarching education about internet privacy, the age of AI, and how the internet works, and what Nym is developing, and how counter surveillance economics might look like. But as we go deeper into level 2, and especially the third part, level 3, where the specialization track's going to come, I think that the test's going to be a lot harder at the end of level 2 compared to level 1. And even in the specialization tracks, we also expect people to be self-organized and motivated and have already their own ideas. So in a sense, we hope that people will, talent will show itself throughout the course. So whoever has little time and can only do level 1 or maybe attend level 2, but don't have time to read the documents or don't have time to do much homework, that's also really nice. But I think that the whole program is designed in a way that it will really bring the cream. How do you say it much nicer? Cream of the
Cream of the crop. Cream of the crop. Yeah,
cream
yeah.
of the crop by the end of level 3. So we really do hope that. Also, last year it was a blast. Like I really enjoyed sort of competing on the tests at the end of of each stage, and I'm really hoping that, although we don't really believe in zero-sum games and competition by and large, I do think a bit of competition can be a lot of fun. So make sure that you to watch the lectures, to read the materials, and to prepare for the tests at the end of each level, because there's going to be a global leaderboard, and based on that leaderboard, we're going to know a lot more about who knows their things the best. So who prepared more, and who sort of more fitted to go on to level 3 or to become the next champion of privacy, maybe.
Exactly. Very well said. Again, I think I'm just going to leave and have you just leave this test live stream of ours. But no, really good points. And one thing I would like to add is that you never know who the talent is, right? Obviously, one of the main things people interact with when it comes to Web3 and the crypto space is the graphs and the prices of tokens, all of that, and then obviously what we're calling shilling, right? You talk to a pretty broad audience with offering token rewards, but I hope you'll agree, once you go through Shipyard, we're making sure that while it's fun for everybody, what I said, I meant it. We really wanted to make sure that Shipyard is fun for. There's something for everybody, but it's also going to maximize the chance of opening people's eyes up to the world that we live in. How important Nym is. So the what we call conversion, it's a bit of a cringe word, but anyways, I'm going to go with it. So it maximizes conversion, and you never know who the current talent is, right? So if you're familiar with the phrase moon boy, right, which is something that we sometimes use in the crypto space, I would say, and sorry to out you like this, Mr. Palmflake, but Palmflake used to be a moon boy, right? He basically just bought some Nym tokens and expected to go to the moon and all of that. He didn't really understand the project. And then Shipyard Academy last year made him into one of our closest contributors. So Palmflake has been operating mixed nodes left and right. Palmflake has basically, I'm pretty sure that he's here. I think I saw him in the chat already. He never misses a community call. We're pretty good friends by now, which is also something very nice. And he's building something super cool, which I don't think I want to spoil for you guys, but you will find out about very soon. So you never know who the next talent is. Maybe some people who are looking at it as moon boys, or or shillers are going to end up as our next talent. So we wanted to make sure that to give people that opportunity, because privacy loves company, and the company of anybody.
Yeah, and a note on that, I think that it's how you started answering this question too. I think talent comes in many shapes and forms, right? But even more importantly than that, talent is one thing, but I think the more important thing is that engagement and sustained engagement, or people showing up on a consistent basis. So it's usually not the most talented people who have the biggest successes in life. It's probably those people who have a bit of talent, but sort of driven enough to keep on going, learning, doing, and improving themselves in a certain topic until they become actually successful. So I think more than talent, persistence and sort of showing up and putting constant effort into something, that's what really creates successful people or successful businesses or successful ideas come alive.
Yes, well said. To be honest, I got a bit distracted with the news that I'm seeing on multiple different channels now that Galaxy got hacked apparently. So rest assured, guys, we're going to look into what that exactly means. Especially now that we're running so many Galaxy campaigns for Shipyard. But thanks for the message, Oliver.
There's one more Portuguese speaking community member who's asking for someone to translate what I responded for the platforms used in Nym Shipyard. So for you, 81959881, it's a good name to spell out. Discord, YouTube, and basically you're good with these two. Then Discord, YouTube, Matrix, Telegram, and Galaxy is all of the platforms.
I don't think that's very helpful if they are not very good at English. But we can test and probably we should test our new process of translations on this very video. So subtitles will be enabled hopefully soon, in a few days once translations are done.
And there's one more question, Sudo, what I see on the chat from Grot, like off
Hmm.
topic. He says they say that they want to create a community in one of the European countries, and who can
Hmm.
consult me. So for this, what I would advise is to start with forming a study group early on during Shipyard, because this is there's already a number of existing communities. So basically, to just be present in the social channels on Discord, and especially join the Matrix chat if you want to have more in-depth discussions and connections with the core community members. But probably the best advice that I can give to you, Growth, or to anyone who's thinking about starting some specific community or a squad seedling, to be present on the socials, and also to start a study group with your fellow Shipyard attendees, because there's going to be a lot of information dispersed throughout the masterclasses, and believe me, it's a lot to take in to begin with. So most likely the best what you can do with your time, if you want to form a nice community, is to find engaged, like-minded people who sort of share the same passion, and start discussing the subject matter with them. Start talking about your questions, start answering each other's questions to the other team members, because this is how, by working through these questions, this is how you actually learn, and this is how, by explaining these to someone, this is how you become more of an expert in the topic. So I would encourage you grow to be present on the channels, and to maybe start a study group in the first week of Shipyard, and just ping one of the community managers, and we're gonna be there to support you with anything that we can do to make you succeed in the study group.
Yes. And the link was shared by our lovely moderator Salazar. Hi there, by the way. Thanks for keeping things in order for us, to our matrix. So if you guys wanna get close to the Nym team and also the core community, then make sure to join it. And you can DM me anytime about setting up a community. I'm pseudonym on most platforms, so you will probably see me quite a bit popping up in the channels. My profile picture is usually not this, but usually the Guy Fawkes mask, because why not? And so I'm expecting your DM. I think that kind of brings us to the end. No, Hux?
Yeah, it sounds like that. I think that we had a nice session. We answered all the questions, and I think that we didn't really spoil the opening ceremony either. So I think we did a good job. If anyone has any last questions, just shoot it right now. But if there's no questions, I think we should just wrap up.
Exactly. Wait, let's list the things that I need to remember to fix. So first of all, I need to do something with my mic. I don't know why it's doing the thing. I have no idea. So we need to fix that. And what else?
I need to go to
I
the
need.
hairdresser.
Yes, you do. I need to keep my my beautiful hairdo as beautiful as it is. What else? I think it went pretty well, guys. We're expecting, or we would be happy if you and super grateful if you gave us feedback on this live stream. This was the first. I have no idea what's happening on Twitch, for example, right now. We need to look into how that side of things went. So if you saw something that could be improved or fixed or whatever, then make sure to reach out, please. Would be highly appreciated. But overall, this is maybe like a 6 out of 10 success, and the 4 points I knocked off with my terrible microphone. Is that
It's
a fair assessment?
8 out of 10. I think it
Oh
was
wow.
really nice. We did a good job. Oh, what was that? Okay, it was weird. Okay.
Nice one.
So
Yeah.
with that, guys, thank you all for joining
Wait.
this.
There's one important thing to mention, which I almost forgot about. There's a pull-up for this community call as usual, but the mechanic is somewhat different. Mr. Salazar, can you please write a message in the chat to explain to people how they can claim their pull-up for attending the first ever live streamed Nym community call? Anyways, hopefully that message is coming, and now you can sign off. I allow you, Hux. You're muted.
Sorry, did you ask it from me?
Yes, Hux. I think Hux is you, no?
I didn't hear. Could you repeat the question?
I just wanted you to like continue to sign off, but I'll sign off myself then. Huge thanks everybody for joining this very special Nym community call. Going forward, by the way, maybe two PSAs actually. Going forward, we're going to be doing community calls this way. And please bear with me until I figure out the format and what kind of presentations I'll be doing and all of that stuff. Probably, you know, this format where I'm sitting in front of a camera and we also have video will change the community call quite a bit from what you're used to. All of those members who are new, welcome, and please stick around until Shipyard, which is kicking off next Monday. And don't forget to claim your POAP.
See you all next Monday, 4 p.m. CET, which is 2 p.m. UTC.
Exactly.
Stay tuned. Looking forward.
Maybe the other PSA is that the live stream is going to be scheduled hopefully later today, so you can already hit remind me to get a notification from YouTube once we go live for the opening ceremony. It's very exciting. Looking forward to finally kick off Shipyard, and see you all next week. Have a lovely weekend, everybody.
Thank you for joining. See you guys next week. Exciting. Wow, there's a Badoom Tis effect on there. It's very cool. Okay, this is a good platform. Nice. Okay, so do you want to officially close it, or
I don't know how that happens. We never actually thought about closing the stream. So hopefully maybe Salazar is doing that, or maybe it just goes on into infinity.
And maybe Salazar is waiting for my singing block to finally begin, because now
No.
Good enough stage in front of the whole wide world to start my singer career. Finally.
Where do I kick this man? I don't have the power. Anyways, folks, I'm just gonna leave. Hopefully, the live stream stops with that. I don't want to listen to Hux singing, so if you do, then good luck with that. Bye, everybody.
Do it at your own risk, no? Disclaimer.